This is NBC6 South Florida Today. This is NBC6 South Florida Today.
Well, if you've never been there, you have to visit the Vizcaya. Oh my goodness. It is architecturally magnificent and visually stunning. Vizcaya is by far one of South Florida's most endearing and historic landmarks. Big things are on the horizon for Vizcaya, and here to talk to us about them, Dr. Joel Hoffman. Welcome.
Hi, Trina. Thanks for having me today.
It's a pleasure. Give us a little bit of history, because it is such a historical place in our community.
Well, a lot of people don't actually know Vizcaya was built as a winter home for an American businessman by the name of James Deering. He and his family made their fortune by creating farm equipment at a time when farming was an incredibly big industry in the country, and a growing industry. You're actually looking at this great footage. Although Vizcaya was built in the 1910s, it became a public museum in the early 1950s, and this is some footage we were able to get that shows opening day at Vizcaya, when really the first visitors en masse were able to see this historic property. And you get a sense of how much our community has changed if you watch that whole thing.
Exactly. Let's look at some color video of it, because one of the neat things you were telling me, that so much of what was there then is there now.
Absolutely. Vizcaya, for those of you who haven't been, consists of this incredible house sitting on the edge of Biscayne Bay. Visitors to the area are always blown away by the incredible view. The house is adjacent to these wonderful gardens that are typically described as really the best example of Italian formal garden design in a subtropical context. And the house, as you can see in this room, which was one of James Deering's elaborate offices next to his bedroom, is filled with extraordinary artifacts that were brought by Mr. Deering and his designers to Miami at a time when it was just a small city.
Just stunning. Now, tell me this. It must cost a lot to keep up a place like that. You know, I'm not spending that to keep my little shack up. I mean, it must be outrageous to maintain it.
It is. It's hard to describe the complexity of maintaining this massive house and gardens right on the bay in a hurricane-prone zone. And we're in the midst of an ongoing campaign to conserve and restore the house, the gardens. We have about 150 statues outdoors in this hurricane-prone zone. And we're so fortunate to have the support of a private group, the Vizcayans. The Vizcayans have actually existed since the 1950s and are really a group of private citizens who realize how important this is as an artistic, historical, and environmental piece of Miami's history. And for those interested in both a great time and interested in helping to support Vizcaya, the Vizcayans Halloween Sundowner is actually taking place this Saturday. This Saturday.
That's a big deal.
If you're like me and haven't yet gotten your Halloween costume, you still have a chance. But the event is this Saturday from 8 p.m. until midnight, and there really is no other place in Miami, I think, to celebrate under such incredible indoor-outdoor conditions. And I've been before. The costumes are pretty striking.
Yeah, and of course tickets are still available, right?
Tickets are still available. Anyone interested, I encourage them to check it out soon, because the event usually does sell out. And one can visit the Vizcayans website, which is vizcayans.org, for more information.
Phenomenal, phenomenal. And then you've got other events that come that help you also raise money to maintain this beautiful property.
Sure. The Vizcayans are also mounting their annual ball.
And that is like the creme de la creme of the society.
That is a wonderful event, like the Halloween party, in terms of its extraordinary support that it provides, but a little more staid and slightly smaller than the Halloween event. We also are really working to help people understand what an incredible asset Vizcaya is. I think so many people have been accustomed to understanding it as a wonderful venue for parties, but it's a museum that which one can see 2,000-year-old artifacts, amble through gardens that are really unique to this area, and learn so much about the history of the time and the period in Miami.
Well, Dr. Hoffman, we thank you for coming today and sharing with us this beautiful property, and we hope a lot of folks turn out for both of your big events, and they can give any time as well, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Send your money.
We welcome support, and thank you so much for this time today,
Certainly.
Trina.
Well, the Vizcaya Museum and Gardens is located at 3251 South Miami Avenue. It is truly a treasure. For more information, call 305-285-2004. Roxanne, over to you. Hey, friends, I want to give you a number for the Vizcayans. If you want to go to the big Halloween party, 305-856-4866, extension 3. Give them a call. It's a great time every year.
Love it. Have a good one. Enjoy.